Trinesha Catrell, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to First Love Yourself, where love, life, and Christ combine. I'm so grateful to have you here on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment with me. In today's video, we're going to talk about prayer, asking for what you want. But before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more uplifting, empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. So today, the pastor preached from Acts 16, and his message was about prayer. It was about calling him up, calling on God, calling on Jesus, and asking him for the things that it is that we want in life. But not just asking him for things, but being grateful for the life that we've been given. And it was so cool because the pastor went around and he allowed us to stand up and say what we were grateful for if we so chose. And so we all got up, we said the things that we were grateful for, and the thing that I said that I was the most grateful for was God's grace and mercy, because he didn't have to wake me up this morning. I didn't have to have another opportunity, an opportunity that a lot of other people didn't get, to be the age that I am, to be in the moment that I am, to be around the people that I get to have in my life. And I also said that I was grateful that God saved me from myself, because we try to act like everything's cookie cutter and it just looks so fabulous all the time, but God does his best work in the dark. Sometimes we spent so much time trying to look like we got it together that we don't really get it together. And, I'm still a work in progress, but I'm way further than where I used to be. I did not think the way that I think now, like the maturity that I'm at now. I was not like that years ago. And I still have some maturing to do. The thought process that I had, the way that I talk, the way that I listen, the things that I do are completely different than the person that I used to be. And again, I'm not perfect at all. I'm never going to be perfect, but I always want to try to be a better person. And it's so funny because you don't even know what areas of your life you really need help with until God comes along and he shows you the areas that you're broken, until he shows you the areas of your life that you need to change. And you could feel like you got it all together. You see people who are successful, who have it all together, and they end up doing something crazy or something that's just like, wow, I can't believe this person would even think of doing something like that when they have everything in their life. Why would they, of all people, want to do this dramatic thing, this thing that could be traumatizing to the whole family? And sometimes we just don't really understand what other people are going through. Sometimes we don't understand that what we think, that the way that we treat ourselves, the things that we go through, even if it looks like we have it all together, nobody has it all together. We all try to be better. We all can be successful, whatever that looks like for that person or yourself, because you have to determine what success is for you. But nobody has all the answers. We are all learning something. Even a genius might know the answers to all of these things that are in some educational book somewhere, but they will not be able to tell you how to love properly. Everyone has an area of strength and an area of weakness. So I think it's important for us to understand that we are constantly growing, we're constantly learning, and that we have to get out of our own way. We're the ones that are self-sabotaging things because we just don't think that that thing could happen to us or for us, or we do think it can happen, but we are so used to the way the world is. We're so used to everyone not seeing our value. We're so used to everyone fumbling the ball. We're so used to everyone not seeing that we can be an asset in a certain area of our lives, that we don't understand that even though we're an asset and we see it, other people can see it too. I was listening to this sermon yesterday. This young lady, she talks about different scriptures and she kind of gives something that's motivational from the Bible. And she talked about how sometimes everyone else can see the light in you and you can't even see it in yourself. And I think that's so true, because I'm going to be a little vulnerable and people are going to judge me, but it's fine because it might help somebody. But I will go different places. I'll meet new people. I will have new friends. I'll be around people. And one of the best, most greatest compliments that I get from other people is that I shine. I have this light about me. And, you know, I'm not saying it to toot my own horn, but I'm saying it to prove a point because we are all like this. We all have something that someone says that we're great at, something that someone sees in us that we don't see in ourselves. And I'm just trying to exhibit Christ likeness in my life. I'm trying to be a better version of myself. I wasn't doing it because I want to exude light. I was doing it just because I want to be a better person, because I want to serve, because I want to help people. And I want to live my life as if nobody's looking, or if somebody's looking, who cares? I want to live my life where I'm pleasing God and not just trying to please everybody else. I don't want to spend my life, and this is a quote, serving everybody else but God. I don't want to spend my life letting everybody else use me except God. I want to be used by God in whatever way he sees fit so that I can help other people, so that I can add to this world. I don't want to just be in the world taken away from something that other people can receive and get things from. Like, I want other people to be able to new have the nutrients that they need to be a better person, to have stuff poured into them so that when they're going out into the world, so that when they're doing things, they believe in themselves. I want people to really think about what it is they really want in their lives. Like, not just what you see on a picture somewhere, not just what someone else told you that you should look like, or what you should say, or how you should speak, or walk, or talk, or dress, or whatever everybody else's opinion is. What is it that you see success is for yourself? What is it that you actually want for your life? What is it that you really want to be your print, your fingerprint, your legacy that you leave behind? What do you want that to look like for yourself? And take out everybody else's thoughts, everybody else's opinion of who they think that you are. What is it that you really want people to think of you as? And sometimes this is like it could be good or bad. It goes both ways. But sometimes when people see that thing in you, that's the thing that you're graced with. That's the thing that you're gifted with. That's the thing that God gifted you with. And you don't even realize that it's a blessing or that it's a gift, because you think everybody else can do it. But it's only you. There might be other people who have a similar gift, but it is not the same. Yours is unique to you. So it's important for you to, when you hear other people say things that you're great at, for you to take in and say, oh, wow, I really am great at this thing. Or, wow, I never noticed this, but okay, this is my gift. And we have to start believing in ourselves more than we want other people to believe in us. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and we were talking about affirmations and people giving you compliments. And I said something, and I meant this, but I didn't mean it in a bad way or a good way. I said, some people really love compliments. And you could believe that you're beautiful, but it doesn't mean that you don't like compliments. You can still accept the compliment. And I think that some people think that means that you need a compliment, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you need it. That just means that it's nice to hear. It's nice to know that when you're doing something, other people see that you're trying. It's nice to know, not that it matters, that their opinion matters, but the right people's opinion of you can help you push forward. The right people's opinion of you, when it's constructive criticism, when it is coming from a loving place and someone's really trying to help you, it can really help you advance in your life, and it can help you become a better person. And so I don't think that we should just like let every person's opinion go. Now, if it's a hateful person, of course, like, don't hold on to that energy. But if it's someone who really loves and cares about you and wants to see you do better, listen to what it is that they say. I'm not saying you got to live your life by their blueprint. I'm just saying listen to what it is that they're saying and understand that they're coming from a loving place, and see if this actually holds any weight. Is this something that you actually need to improve upon in your life? Is this something that you really can fix and become a better person by doing this thing? And when we're going through life, sometimes when life gets so difficult, we feel like nothing's possible. Like, okay, everybody sees this bad thing, or oh, it's nice for that person, or I wish I could do this, but you can. And I believe the power of prayer can change anything. You have not because you ask not. Sometimes we're feeling like, oh, I'll never be in a job like this. No, you can. be in a job of whatever type of way that you want to be in that job, whatever type of class, whatever type of level, whatever type of financial area you want to be in, you could be in. You can make as much money as you want to make. Just don't idolize the money. The love of money is the root of all evil. Money itself is not. It's important for us to understand that we can't just be quiet. Closed mouths don't get fed. We need to make sure that we're speaking these things that we want, and we're saying these affirmations, and we're really believing in ourselves, because the power of prayer, it's nothing like it. Prayer could change your circumstance, your life, everything that you envision for your life in a moment. And we don't even realize it. We're so used to being down on ourselves and negative and just thinking worst case scenario that we don't even stop and think. We don't even stop, pause, and pray and thank God. Be thankful first so that He can bless you with more. Because if you're a good steward of a few things, He'll bless you with many things. So you need to make sure that we need to make sure that we're focusing in on God, that we're focusing in on prayer, that we're changing our mindset. Because if you're constantly always thinking that you're just going to always be at this job that you hate, then you're going to always be at that job that you hate. If you're constantly always thinking that you're always going to be treated like crap by men, then you're going to always be treated by crap by men. If you're thinking that there's no good friends and everybody's going to be two-faced or whatever else, then you're going to have no good friends. You have to be the friend that you want to receive, and then believe that those things are possible because you're a good person. You have to believe that this guy is possible because you believe in the impossible, and with God all things are possible. You might have to go through, it might be a needle in a haystack, but the needle is still there. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really have hope and faith for the things that are unseen. You really have to know who God is, who your God is, and know that prayer can change everything. There's nothing in your life that you could ever want for, because God will provide all your needs. Every time I'm thinking, oh, I'm good, I got everything that I need in life, I'm just appreciative, God throws a person in that I just feel like it's a complete blessing in my life. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be whoever else. And I'm just like, oh, wow. God surprises me still to this day, and He's given me so many blessings. It's so funny how we could feel like we don't need God, or we don't need God's the prayer, because we feel like, oh, we got it. We just gonna hustle and bustle. We're gonna do everything ourselves. And it's not until you're in a moment where you're down and out, where you're like, okay, God, help me in this moment. And God helps you, and you're like, I'm gonna change my life, you know. I'm gonna tell you something real funny real quick, and I'm gonna try not to take too much of your time up. But I used to, before I rededicated my life to God, I would be doing something I know I had no business doing, and just making bad choices in my life. And I'd be like, God, if you get me out of this thing, then I promise I'm gonna do the right thing tomorrow. And God would get me out of that thing, and then I do good for like a week, and then I go back to making bad choices in my life. And one day I got into a point where it was bad enough to where I had no other options. I had nowhere else to turn. I did everything that I thought that I could do on my own. I tried everything. Nothing worked. The sadness was still there. The depression was still there. All of the times that I felt hopeless. I really felt like there was no other way to turn. I really felt like that was it. Like there was nothing else that I could do in life. In my lowest point, I called on God, and He got me out of that low point. He saved my life, and I didn't make any promises that I couldn't keep and say, God, if you help me this moment, I'll never make another bad choice or never sin again. I knew that was not reality, because everybody sins every day in some way, not knowingly or not intentionally. So I literally just called on God and asked for Him to help me. And He came down and got me. Literally, this is so crazy sitting here in this moment right now, but sitting on the floor in fetal position, feeling like I had nowhere else to go, feeling like I had nothing else to turn to, because I just I was literally in the lowest point of my life, just feeling like everything was impossible. Like there's nothing else that I can do in my life. Like it was purposeless. Like, what am I doing? with my life, and I called on God. I cried out for God. I didn't just call and be like, God, help me, like the normal thing. I was literally tears, like ugly cry face, everything. I was on the floor just feeling defeated. And when I called on God, he came down and he said, get up. I never intended for you to go through this. And ever since that moment, I've been trying to make better decisions with my life. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But I don't intentionally do anything to disobey God. I don't intentionally do anything to try to make wrong decisions in my life. I always try to make better choices. And when you call on God, when you pray, he will come to you and he'll help you in every way that he can. There's nothing that he can't do. There's nothing that you're going through that he can't get you out of. That thought process that you have, the fact that you're thinking all these negative thoughts with cynicism, is nothing that God can't help you through. Change it to positive thoughts. Start being appreciative of the life that you have. The worst thing that you can do in a state of sadness is think about all the bad things in your life. The first thing you want to do is just start speaking positive. Start speaking scripture after scripture of God's promises. So take a shower. I know people are like, well, that's ridiculous. Why would I take a shower? Because it's going to make you feel better. The water from the shower is going to help cleanse you. You're going to take the shower. You're going to put on your best outfit. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You can be going to the grocery store. Put it on. Whatever makes you feel amazing, wear that. And don't think about, oh, I can't wear these jeans because they block. No, you got that one pair of jeans, women. We got that one pair of jeans that we know is jeaning. Like, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. We got that one shirt that's like that color. It's got the sleeves. It's got the whatever else going on. Wear that. You don't even have to do makeup. You can do makeup if you want to. You don't have to do it. Put your hair in a style, not a style that's your go-to, that's like, oh, I always wear my hair in a ball. Try something different that you really love and wear it. If you love it, like it, go. And then go out, take a walk in nature, or just do something to where you're getting your endorphins flowing. You need to exercise or you need to go on a walk. It will change your whole mind. It will make you start to feel more energetic. It'll give you more energy. It'll make you feel more happy because when you release endorphins in your systems, it releases oxytocin, which causes you to be happy. So you want to make sure that you do the things to get your mind right so that you can change your perspective and your perception so that you can start being intentional with your life. Because the worst thing that you can do is let your purpose go and fall at the wayside. The worst thing that you can do is allow God to give you a gift and you never utilize it because you don't believe in yourself. Prayer will change everything. Ask God to show you what it is that he wants for you to do in your life, and he will do it. God literally directed me to Girl Get Up by Sarah Jakes Roberts. I was literally feeling like, God, I don't know what to do. I didn't try everything my way. I don't know what else to do in life. Like, I'm so miserable. I'm so sad. I'm just feeling like I don't know what else to do in life. And he literally, I'm going to try not to cry because every time I tell this story, I cry. But he literally came, told me to get up. And the first video that he directed me to was Girl Get Up by Sarah Jakes Roberts. And I could just hear it echo in my mind, like, girl, get up. Like, this is, God never intended for you to go through this. You don't have to do this anymore. You got to keep going because there's people depending on you. There are going to be people that hear your testimony that are going to need this story. There are going to be people that are going to be counting on you, that are going to feel like this is all that life has for them. There are going to be people out there that are going to think that they don't deserve better than God's best for them. There are going to be people who feel like they're worthless, who are willing to just settle in relationships. There are going to be people who are going to stay too long. There are going to be people who never know their worth. And I don't want any person watching this video ever to feel like they don't deserve the things that God has for them in their life. You deserve it all. Like, pray for everything. Pray like, God spin the block, right? So we got the type of God, the way my God is set up, he gonna always come through. And I don't care what it looks like right now, it's always gonna work out for my good. So knowing that helps me have faith. It helps me have hope. It helps me know that no matter what I'm going through today, it's always gonna get better. My life always going up. The body's about to go up. The finances about to go up. My mindset is about to go up. Everything around me, the people in my life, we all about to win. Like, you don't even understand. And it all starts with prayer. When you change your prayer life, when you change your communication with God, when you change your thought process, it allows you to be a better person. to have the life of your dreams. So, this is why you should call him up and pray. So, definitely don't want to take too long. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Again, that's Trinesha Catrell on YouTube. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing, magnificent, beautiful, inspirational, positive week. Bye.